37 million subscribers. We are very, very close, and we can't get it if you don't subscribe.
So hit that button.
Hit that button, man. How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
Cannot complain whatsoever, man.
I'm tired of that.
What?
How you feeling? I'm feeling good. How you feeling? I need more.
But I was about to ask him.
No, I need
I was about
more.
to tell him I'm really feeling that.
More. Forget all that
I'm
for a
really
second.
feeling your crew neck, KB.
I need you to really answer his question and be honest with him on how you truly feel it and what's making you feel good.
I'm feeling good.
Because we start off with that
He had a great breakfast
every time.
He had a great breakfast.
How y'all feeling? I'm feeling good, KB. How you feel? Okay.
Well, why don't you answer it first?
Because he's looking at you, and you always want to answer everything first. Every time we do a segment, last time Mike was like, I'll give mine. You said, oh, you wanted to go first? Go ahead.
He got to get his out the way.
Answer him precisely. Let's do this over. Go ahead, KB.
How we doing today, fellas?
I'm feeling amazing, man. I had a great breakfast this morning. How you doing?
That was super
What did you have? Because I walked in this morning, and it was the aroma.
It was a great American bagel. Sausage, egg, cheese, bacon.
Ooh.
That's what it comes with.
You eat
It's called the
Arby's?
American Sunrise.
But yeah, Phoenix, they frustrate me, man.
Well,
I'm actually about to do them for my rebuild.
Well, I think they kind of did it to themselves by trading for Bradley Beal.
One of them games, Bradley Beal was killer. That might have been a Spurs game. He was playing really well, and that just wasn't enough.
Bradley Beal hasn't been bad. He just hasn't
Makes
lived up to
$50
the
million.
contract,
Yeah.
and it pigeonholes the team from doing anything. I mean, they traded 1 first-round pick for 3 first-round picks to use the first-round pick to take Yusuf Nurkic off the team and didn't get anything in return.
Yeah, we was blaming Yusuf Nurkic. Then he got traded.
And
now I see Suns Twitter talking about Tyus Jones on and off numbers.
Yep.
But then last year we talked about y'all didn't have a point guard. So like, man, at this point,
It was a coach
ain't
last
working.
year as well.
it was a coach. Yeah.
It's just everything.
Okay, I
Okay,
had to start shopping D-Book too.
biggest question mark for the Knicks, and then we'll
Watch
wrap
your
up after
fucking
that.
mouth.
What'd you say?
I had to start shopping D-Book.
Watch your mouth.
No, is it for lifer?
Yeah, for
He's
life.
a for lifer.
For lifer.
He want to win. If they not doing nothing to help him win,
They had such a beautiful team too.
it's not even. At some point, you gotta be selfish and do what's best for yourself.
Oh, you saying Book should be the one to walk
Staying
in the
Phoenix,
office?
Staying in Phoenix would be what's best for itself. I'm so tired of everybody running the minute they can, and it don't
But
materialize.
after
to
10
nothing.
years of being the guy on a franchise who can't properly put a roster
He
around
went to
you,
the fucking finals.
he did. But that was years ago. We came in. That was a good team.
But that team, once that team became a playoff team, they were consistently a playoff team.
We don't have that team no more. We done swung for the fence so many
Right.
times. that
It
we
really
didn't-
is just Booker on the team left.
Right.
Yeah.
So pause your brakes, reshuffle the deck,
I don't
and get
no,
back to that.
No.
So every
I think it really depends on what you get for Kevin Durant.
So every time a superstar has to have a down period, they need to leave and go dick ride somebody else.
No.
That's what the NBA is coming to.
He's not dick riding. He's just doing what's best for him and his career.
Which
Why would
is jumping on somebody else's ship.
No, why would I sit
I'm
here for
telling
2
you,
years and just
Derek, I've been
be
watching
ass?
Devin Booker and being familiar with him way longer than you. Devin Booker is not doing that. He's not going to go to the Mavericks and go play with them. He's not doing it. He's not about to say,
I don't know. He don't defend well enough to play for the Mavericks.
Well, Luka there not no more.
I'm saying.
man, Lakers got Luka. How can I get over that? He's not doing it, man. He's not. And shout out to him.
I think it really just depends on what you get back for Kevin, because they don't have anything to build around with Book.
They don't have anything.
So like if you trade away Kevin, you get a couple younger players and then some draft capital. I think you can convince Book that like, okay, maybe we take a season or two back, but we'll be able to replenish his roster. But without your own first round picks, it's all just
The guys that I say you got to be selfish for or selfish with your own shit is when I look at somebody like, and he ain't helping at all. How many years has LaMelo been in the league?
2020 draft.
It's been on my mind
2020.
like the past week.
He's been
It's been
constantly
on my
hurt, so
mind like
it ain't
the
all on
past
him.
week, bro.
But the Hornets aren't. They haven't done any. They like legitimately haven't done
But
anything.
LaMelo's 23. Devin Booker's almost 30.
No, but I'm just. You can look at the Derek. We got to act like we do have a job. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's.
But I think LaMelo can sit through that shit. That's fine.
But
They
this
doing
is-
a
now, this is
rebuild
the
and they
point.
rebuild.
This is my point.
But
though.
my-
You
It's
can
just like,
foreshadow that the Hornets.
They never gonna. I have no.
They're not
hope
a
that
free
they're
agent
gonna put it
destination.
together a roster.
They
that's
just
gonna be
drafted.
anyone conference.
Tell me 2 positive things about the dude they just drafted this year 7. Tell me his name.
I don't remember.
You don't remember his name?
You don't even know his fucking name.
I forgot.
So what? And then where are the Hornets? I know the NBA changes so drastically, but what would you predict the Hornets to be in the next 5 years? I know he's 23, but in 5 years he'd be 28. And you say he can sit through this shit. So in 5 years, if you had with your back as a professional analyst,
Yeah.
where would you What can their ceiling be in 5 years, knowing the history of them since he's been on the team?
8th seed.
That's and you telling me
And
he
bro,
can sit through that?
and that's still
Yes.
like maybe.
At 23, yeah.
I said in 5 years,
Yeah.
which would make him 28.
He would. Yes, he could sit through this shit for the next 5 years.
Is he
So
crazy?
0
Hey,
playoff
this is
appearances in
crazy.
10 years
Is
of
he
ball.
crazy?
I mean,
Was he Larry Marketing?
You get paid to do this, Derek.
but
Come on, man.
I'm not even. I'm talking about Devin Booker for the most part.
I know what you're
But,
talking
like-
about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I took the Devin Booker conversation and I paralleled it
yeah.
to a guy to show you the difference. Devin Booker ain't 28 potentially, and the best thing he got was an 8th seed appearance. That ain't his story. Devin Booker has had playoff series.
But
he
back-
had moments, and he was part of the team
Yeah.
that got their ass embarrassed.
But by the time you're 28, you still got a lot left.
I disagree. I disagree. I
I
think
think
if
he-
you're Kevin Durant, you're Steph Curry, you're LeBron James, you got a lot left. But if I'm already LaMelo Ball, who is already barely playing in these seasons,
Yeah.
at 28, I don't know how much left I'm going to have.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm not to say that he's going to be old, crippled, but at
But he's
28,
essentially just entered his prime at 28.
essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
But to
So-
me, it's also not even about him individually. I think it's about more sort of franchise and what they're putting around him.
My point is Devin Booker isn't going through that. I look at certain guys, like, remember they were saying Zach LaVine? How long did it take Zach LaVine to make the playoffs?
He was in year 9,
And he's no Devin Booker.
and he only got 5 games out of it.
He was no Devin
He
Booker.
may never go back.
But it was like, that's the point. It was like, bro, I got to be so. I ain't made the playoffs. This shit ain't going nowhere. The
I'm sorry, he was in year 7. Year 7.
The Suns showed that they had kind of knew what they was doing for a second. So you got to give them another chance. I'm just saying, every time it get a little murky, everybody got a lead. That's what you want the league to become. That shit is cool. He's the #1 leading scorer. How old is that? He's not even 30. He's the all-time leading scorer. I'ma stay here. This is my shit, and I'ma build. If I'm already the leading scorer at 28, bro, by the time I'm 35, oh, good luck to whoever else come in this franchise and try to take my record.
Yeah, I
this
think
is my shit.
I think it also goes down to like the conversation that Dame said when he was questioned to be traded for 3 years. He said sometimes the grass is just not greener.
It's not.
So like,
Yes, thank you. Your boy. He went his ass over there. That was supposed to be, oh, look. Oh, his shit, he finna get it popping. Yeah, we just talked. He just asked us questions about all the top teams. He ain't even asked us shit about the Bucks. Bucks ain't even crossed his mind. But it was supposed to be so green. It was gonna be so different. Hey, I'm not saying Dame feel no way about Milwaukee or Giannis or anything. He probably happy, love it, whatever there. But I guarantee that man probably like, damn, I could have stayed my ass at the crib for this shit.
you could have sauced it a little bit though when he's asking about 5 years from now for the Hornets. They're gonna have a top 3 pick this year. You could have said maybe they jump up to #1 and get Cooper Flag.
Right,
and
they get cool flag.
Now
You
the
coulda.
things changed a little bit more.
But
It ain't like the bottom of the Eastern Conference is crazy.
there are also a team that's like, man, and they probably at some point they have to get good. No team just stays at the bottom forever.
Shit.
But my point is, it's going to take another few years. So yeah, he is only 23. He is only 23. But the next few years it's finna take. He's quickly not going to be 23 anymore. He's quick. I'm saying this with you because I see that this is what you say about everything. Hey man, they traded Cat. Now you got to question if Anthony Edwards gonna dip. Every time something don't go perfect for a star, you be coming up here talking about some man. Now I know a lot of people be saying that I be putting guys out and making them available, but that's just when I see it is crystal clear. De'Aaron Fox was not a surprise. They had nowhere to go. But it's like what KB said. You get something out for Kevin Durant, you might be able to. And a lot of these guys that we talking about, they haven't done what Devin Booker has been able to do with the Suns. It's just not. To me, it just don't be worth it. It just don't be worth it, man. It just don't be worth it. Everybody not gonna win a championship.
No, but at least you want to give yourself a puncher's chance.
He had one.
He
He
did?
went to the finals.
But I think after you feel that feeling of that you had that chance,
You get addicted.
you kind of like, okay.
Not too much, bro. Not too much.
And you know, it's funny because in that championship game, they were like down 20 at half, and then they came out in the second half and they just went crazy.
Man, let's make these decisions. Are we saying Paul George?
I like Paul
Any
George in that
objections?
mix.
Paul George has my vote.
Okay. In the last spot, do y'all go guard? Do you go wing? Do you go big?
I think
I think you stay away from bigs.
You stay
Even
away
if
from
you-
big.
I'm going
you have
wing again.
You have 2 bigs, and you have LeBron James. LeBron James can play the 5 as well.
Because you got to think about who we're going against, right? We're going
Yeah.
against Team Canada. We're playing against Team Germany.
Give me another wing because we also have Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Kyrie Irving. We don't need a 5th guard.
So the wings that we could pick from: Paolo Banchero, Scotty Barnes, Mikal Bridges, Jimmy Butler, who it's Are we saying Jimmy? Got the experience.
It's between Jimmy and Paolo, if you ask me, or Drew Holiday.
That's an easy decision. If it's between those two, I know where my head is at,
You getting Paolo?
and that's Jimmy.
Oh, I thought you were
I'm
gonna
trying
say-
to gold, man. I ain't thinking about what
I ain't gonna
Paolo could
lie.
be in 4 years. We
If we
just got
talking about the
destroyed
last-
in FIBA. We want to win the gold.
That's because we threw the young bucks out there. They had Jaren Jackson Jr. playing fast.
We still ended up 4th.
yeah.
Give me Paul George and Jimmy Butler and call it a day. There's no wrong answer on his last pick. They're
Yeah.
going to go gold no matter if this.
That's what
Paolo
I
or
was about to
Jimmy
say. Is like, is
I don't know,
Jimmy
man.
Butler
The world's
really going to
catching
break the like? Is he breaking
Butler.
the back for
Kentrell.
the championship?
No, they're not.
World's
No, they're
catching
not.
up.
They caught up to the young team. They're not catching up to Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James.
In a
No,
one-game
they're not.
elimination, I'm taking Team USA. They are the heavy favorite.
Every time. You're
but
taking
they're-
them 100 out of 100.
They're not about to be winning by 40s every single game for
I
sure.
don't know. We ain't seen
They
this
never
lineup.
have. They never
We
have
ain't
went to
seen
the
it.
Olympics and just
This
dominated
lineup
by
is different.
30, 40.
This lineup is different.
2008,
This lineup is
2012,
This
they
lineup
went
is different.
when they
The way
went against
these dudes
Spain with
playing right
Kobe, LeBron. Spain was in that game until the fourth quarter.
I think Spain was better then than they are now.
Well, they had the Gasol brothers.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
going to say
yes.
Spain.
But-
Spain was
exactly.
legit.
But Canada
Exactly.
and Germany, these teams are really good.
Canada's gotten better, and they look really good, especially what we threw out last time. Canada don't want no problems with this current lineup. Anybody that can
All I'm
convince
saying
me,
is that it's not as black and white as we think, because those teams have always played us well.
I agree, and I think it ain't as close as people think because they haven't played this. Read that starting lineup again: Steph Curry,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Joel Embiid,
And Tatum.
and Tatum. Fuck out of here.
Man, we saw Kobe and Brown were on the same team.
And they ran through majority of the competition. They ran
They
through
did.
We
majority
got to
of
the
them.
gold, and it was a game. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
the champ,
As
the
it
one
should be, though.
championship
As it should
game,
be.
Yeah.
As it should be.
But they ran through.
That's what I'm saying, is that it's not as big as a gap as we expect. That's what I'm saying.
I think it is a gap. I think they're going to run through majority of the team, and if you get a championship game that is good, clap it up. But they ran through the rest of it. To me, that's not close. If we get a team,
The difference
that
between
sweeps the
gold and
first three
silver is one
rounds,
game.
If we see a team that sweeps 3 rounds in the playoffs, and then they go into the championship and they win 4-2, I'm saying they ran through that. That's a run.
But
through.
I'm saying in a one-game elimination, where the difference between a gold and a medal
Are
is
you
one,
picking against the?
No.
Okay then. Okay.
What
All
are we
right
talking
then.
about?
Okay.
You guys are trying to. You guys are trying to separate what is the gap between USA and the rest of the teams. He's saying it's a bigger gap. You saying it's a smaller gap. That's just the whole argument. Y'all going back
which
and
is
forth. on.
apples and oranges. Are they winning? Yes.
And I've never
That's
disputed
that's
that
the
they
bottom
won.
of it.
And that's the bottom line.
It's a lot of like good games. I think it's gonna happen like matchup wise. If you could have a free ticket, this is courtside. You don't got to worry about location, no travel, no nothing of that. If you could pick any game to go through for the regular season, what would it be?
It'll be Clay versus Warriors. That would be my first ever. That would be my courtside ticket that I would love to see. I want to see the antics, the trash talk. Clay like to talk a little bit. One that I think might low-key be fun that I don't think people probably gonna notice because it might not have to really do with basketball, but like when the Memphis Grizzlies play the Raptors in Toronto, Ja and Drake had their little beef, and Drake might be staying courtside.
I have no idea.
I don't know what he's talking about either.
They had a beef.
Drake literally dissed Ja in push-ups.
I didn't listen. I don't know what push-ups is.
Drake's
That's it.
first diss track.
Yeah, that's part of the.
Oh,
the-
okay. What did he say? Do you remember the line? Like, how did he do
Shout
it?
out to the hooper that be busting out the gritty. We know why you mad, dog. I ain't even tripping.
Is that a
mess with the
diss?
same girl?
Yeah, Drake messed with Ja's
But
ex-girlfriend
for
or
this
something
to
like
be, why is this highlighted?
that. I'm just saying that Ja being
Get him on the
Drake sitting
broadcast.
courtside, Ja, I don't know. It could be some antics there that probably is gonna happen.
What?
Do we see Drake at games where the Raptors are not good?
If I gave you $250, what would you put on it to see an antic? What do you think is gonna happen?
Probably
Just job.
Well,
Yeah.
Drake always yapping when he courtside. Yeah, Ja
Do
probably
you
gonna
think
respond
Drake will
back.
even be there?
Probably.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
I don't even think.
and it
Drake
might be
will
disrespectful
there.
to Drake, but I feel like a lot of times we remember him courtside is when the team was like really good. Like even the year after Kawhi Leonard left, I think they started off with like 40 and 20 or something like that. He was there a lot. I don't know how many times we saw him last year when things weren't looking as great.
Paul George versus the Clippers will also be. a
But
good one.
no, we're not
And the
leaving.
intimate
We're
dome?
not leaving this. No more shade room shit on this podcast. Highlighting it because Ja and Drake have some. We're not even gonna use the word beef, and you think Drake is gonna be courtside
doing antics.
Not antics, just talking shit. He always said courtside.
If they have a
talk shit.
beef, I don't think he would even talk shit.
If the
That would
Raptors win,
that
he
would be
will.
corny.
Okay, maybe.
I just want to know what you would think.
That was at least
Corny and Drake.
You think
I was not expecting that to be an answer for like
either.
an
You
answer
just
to
threw
like
me
a
off.
game.
But
that
I
would
actually
be
like
going.
the answer. It's
I'm
different.
just trying to figure out. Do you think they gonna squab? They gonna fight?
No,
You think Ja's gonna dunk and
I got
point at
100
Drake
on
like
Ja.
this?
I got 100 on
Ja
Ja.
gonna be like this every time he score?
It's
Not every
possible.
time.
Not every time.
But if he hit a dagger or something, and he
Hey,
look over there.
What's a famous player versus famous fan moment?
Famous player.
Maybe Ja pulls a Riggy Miller to Spike Lee. You never know. I'm with Derek on this. I'll be there with you. We both courtside with Drake. I'm across from Drake. Actually.
He doing that Reggie Miller taunt in like in Game 7 regular season. with the Raptors.
I just think if they actually have some type of static or issue about a woman that they won't, I don't think Drake would be there. If like Reggie Miller and Spike Lee, that wasn't like a, you know,
Yeah, they had like just crazy beef prior
that
to
was
like
just
that
a
was in the
crazy
moment. Yeah, that was
crazy
in the moment.
thing.
type
Now
stuff.
Spike Lee felt the way a little bit after that. I don't think it went to a beef level. But like if I have beef with somebody, I'm not going to the game to point and talk shit to them. If you had beef with somebody, would you go and talk? I'm gonna talk shit while you in the middle of a game.
So yeah,
If I could say courtside, hell yeah.
You
because it's
would?
not like Drake is just a guy. He's the ambassador of the team.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
That's
was
what
that
I'm
like
saying.
a year or
That's why
maybe
that
2
shit
years
is
ago when he was like he got his own section in the arena or whatever? That's like
Yeah.
all.
Their training facility is the OVO Training Center. Like it has an
But
owl on it.
That's why I'm standing ground on what I'm saying. That is just like that's so. I don't even know the word for
I think
it.
that's so him.
Why? We've never seen that. When have you seen Drake just be popping shit at somebody?
All the
Besides
time.
in music, you see Drake approach people all the time with
No,
static
not
and smoke.
approaching, but
Right. So what would make
I don't
you
think it would be out the realm possible for him to be sitting courtside and yapping at Ja.
Now if he's sitting courtside and he's at the game and they playing, I'll give you that. Drake is entitled to go any game he want to go to. Cool. But I would tell you as your homie not to get your hope up to see something happen. Hey, but if you right and they start fist fighting courtside, then hey, we'll see some shit. But I just wouldn't
They don't
get my
have the
hopes up.
mediator there anymore, though.
Who was the mediator?
Dylan Brooks. He's Team Canada, and he used to be Ja's teammate. He would have made sure everything was chill.
Well, no.
But
'cause
also,
Drake
shut a
dissed him.
shirt.
Drake dissed Dylan Brooks.
Oh, see, I don't be locked in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say to Dylan Brooks?
He said something like,
Oh,
Like Dylan Brooks is damn near team captain of Canada.
he did this, Dylan Brooks. It was in
That's
that song with
crazy.
Yachty.